Famous. What? What?
Yeah, it went down.
Okay.
I think he's having some lag problems.
Might be okay now. We're definitely live on YouTube. We should definitely have sound. We're live on TikTok, and we have sound. We are back to OBS because Streamlabs is a hot POS right now. Okay. Let's see if this core window is a POS. I'm going to shrink it first. Got to make sure my chat is working. But we'll get to that in a second here. I may have fixed my issue. So we're going to take a Wagner heat gun. We are going to turn it to high. And we're going to pick up this corner of the film. And we're going to hopefully be shrinking the bottom right now. Looks good. This back door, is it cleaned?
Yes.
Okay. We just had so many technical difficulties. They should be resolved now, I hope. Where's my card? Where's my cards? Swipe. Swipe. And then let's go. Where's my window? TikTok. And then YouTube. And hopefully we'll be good. So we're gonna peel this halfway. Douse it. You just don't want any dry spots. You want the tint to slide. Yeah, douse. We'll start with the long side here. Or the less curved. I'm gonna pick up our tint. Slide this. Don't go over. We're just gonna slide that over. Right, like that. We're going to pull this back from our tape. I'm gonna move this into here. That's a lovely pattern. I like that.
You like it?
Yeah, that's great.
I can computer cut the other one?
Yeah. See this right here, this is to me when plotters make the most sense. If you can rely on patterns and you can have somebody else cut them out for you.
That does look good.
Yeah, that's really good. I love that pattern.
But see, I could probably tell you like some of the ones that I thought were good, like, you know, for Tint Tech or whatever. Like, if you want to use, you know, computer cuts for more cars or something like that, and give it more of a chance.
Well, the database is going to be completely different, but I'm always willing to give it more of a chance. It's about the lost time and film, but if you're cutting them out.
How do I go back to all the windows? How does this work?
And the best part about you learned the quirk. So go to vehicles up there. And then there's your windows.
Okay.
So when you click on it and then click go to cutboard at the bottom right.
Yeah.
So This is the window we just cut out, so you can click on it and delete it. And then just click delete or back. And then, so we're on a 24-inch roll size right now. And this is my cut window. So we need to cut out this one. So click on this top one and then delete. And then just drag that one over there. This is a really small...
all the way to the edge? Do I leave a little bit of space?
No, you can just put it right on the edge.
Okay.
Yep, and then you're all good. You can click cut. I'll run you through this program. You'll catch up really fast. The trippy part is, I think it's a memory issue on this PC. What happens is like it turns into like solitaire, where there's just lots of dragged windows and stuff. So all of a sudden, it very quickly starts to look confusing. Okay, so now this is up. We're gonna roll this up.
Are you interested in trying the front door too, or just the back one?
Yeah, we can try the front door. What program is that? That is Core. I like Core a lot. And we can rely on it for back windows, quarter windows. I wouldn't say it's 100% on every door that we've encountered. Like there's some that is like, I'm just gonna hand cut this. But it's an accuracy thing and it's a time and lost materials. So if there was a way to know how good the pattern was gonna fit before I actually use it, then it would be a lot easier to make up for. But what's happening right now is I'm installing, and then he's already, yeah, you see how it's just weird?
How do I stop that from happening?
Close the program and reopen it right now.
Just the whole thing?
Yeah. The computer probably should be reset too. I think it's just a memory issue.
Core?
I got a cheap little block computer for it. But the issue...
Oh, at least it opened back up to the same truck, though.
Oh, that's good. So at least it was a quick recovery. And then to rotate you the corner, you like on... It'll like go to like that corner. There you go. You click and hold, and you can rotate it.
So if I hit send like this, that'll cut fine?
Yeah.
Okay.
Drag it to the bottom though. So the bottom is going to be the edge of the film. Yeah. There you go. Now you're well within the window.
Okay.
I think the dotted lines are your margin.
Okay.
He's used plotters for a long time. He just never used Core. But yeah, what's frustrating to me is just the lost film and the lost time. So as soon as you can make up for those things and have somebody else run the machine and make those fixes and like, yeah, you know, we got some time, cut out a pattern, we'll see how it fits. There's some things that it's gonna do really well. But we got other work to do. So if I'm constantly the one that has to do both, I just get frustrated and I go back to what I know best. Because at the end, I just need a very pretty pattern on my car, and I know I can get that with a hand cut.
It says you have patterns that are off the cutboard or overlapping other patterns. Should I just cut anyway?
Where?
I don't know.
Off the cut board. Let me see. I don't know. Maybe it's that. You should be able to just do that, but maybe it just thought that was over.
Maybe it just still has the old...
Oh, you got this one out here.
Oh.
You can, so this is, you can just scroll out and zoom out and see more.
Do I have to delete that?
Yeah. So
Okay.
you'll delete that one.
Okay.
Like this took me a little bit to get used to. Wherever you zoom in, like wherever your mouse is and you zoom in, that's where it's gonna go. So it's right.
Yeah, I got it.
So that to me is a little funky, especially when you're like this. But you can move this around by going to this hand thing. But then if you want to move your pattern, you have to go back to this click thing up here, and then you can move the pattern.
Like working with paint.
Yeah. See, and then look, where's my patterns
Where'd
now?
it go? Yeah.
They're there. It's a memory issue.
Sheesh.
Try holding the mouse middle and moving your cursor. I will try that, actually. Oh, that's nice. Look, see, that's the solitaire I was talking about.
Sheesh.
But the window's still there. So somebody in chat just said hold the middle, and then hold the mouse middle, and then you can drag the whole thing around and just go back and forth.
Okay.
So I'm gonna, I don't know, I see about swapping out the computer, but we got another Mac Mini over there. We can probably use that. It's just not set up for it yet.
How much is the Mac Mini?
500. They just came out with a new one. So the one with the M3 is now cheaper, and they have an M4 that's even faster. And I want to say it's 500 or 600.
It's not that bad for a Apple product.
Yeah, and they're you can't compete with the speed on those things for the price. If you just want like a good editing machine or a good workhorse machine, like you can buy a cheaper machine, but not with the same power. They're really good.
Just like a do whatever work computer.
Yes. So you can definitely buy cheaper work computers.
Well, I use a Surface, like a Surface tablet, or Surface Pro tablet. Yeah. As my work computer, and that's pretty good, but that's more expensive than a Mac Mini.
Yeah, it's just entirely different, like different workflows. Or like, I mean, you can travel around with it. That's the point.
Yeah, what I love about the Surface Pro is that since it's basically got the memory of a tablet, it just boots up instantly. Like
That's nice.
Even though you're working with Windows, it doesn't have any load time on the Windows.
Battery life pretty good.
Yeah, battery life is really good because I don't even have it plugged in most of the time, and when it goes into sleep mode, it just like it'll be good for weeks until I open it again.
I love that that's not much of a thing anymore. Thank you, Jay Squiggles. I really appreciate that tip. I know there's got to be so many little things like that I just didn't know about Core. That's a really helpful one.
Yeah, I had never heard of Core. Where did that come from?
You haven't heard of it?
No.
You under a rock? What?
What do you mean?
You've never?
Wait, how should I have heard of it?
It's Lumar's and Suntech's program.
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I haven't worked with Lumar in a while. I was definitely happy to stop working with Lumar.
So you have Xpel has been known for software. That's how they started. They were a software company.
Okay.
And then they took the paint protection film route and then got into window film, added a window film database, and we're hyper focused on quality with that.
You want to take this one?
Yeah. And then you had like 3M has software, all your typical your Tint Tech 2020s, film and vinyl designs. There's all these companies that like you have your in-between companies that aren't film brands that have software. So like Tint Tech 2020, film and vinyl design, and then you have like SolarGuard has Computer Cut. That's been the longest running software. And
I'm just surprised Lumar doesn't just call theirs Lumar.
Well, Yeah, I don't know why, but I mean it's technically an Eastman product, and they own Lumar and Suntech, and they both had separate softwares. And then a handful of years ago, they combined into becoming, they like redid everything and combined into being one software, and they rebranded that as Core.
I see.
And since then, they have
By
dumped
Lumar.
a ton of money and development into it. And so if you are Expel, you have access to Expel software. But if you're not using their software. I'm going to take this one off. So honestly, it's my highest recommendation on software. They just raised the price. It used to be a steal. It used to be $150 a month. And for me, it still is. But I think new signups are like $275 a month now.
Dang, really?
Yeah.
I think Tintech is still like $140 a month or something like that.
And I think you have to be.
And you what?
I think they have to be.
Oh.
Film and vinyl is a little over $100 a month. Who else? Tintech is Film Cut / DigiCut. They're now like $120 a month. So like most softwares are in that like 100 below 150 range. And you have Computer Cut and now Core that are like $250.
Yeah, $250 is. That seems crazy.
How do you use the back of the car? Ooh, this is a good question right now. Okay, a little segue from plotters for a minute. How do you use the back of the car window without it getting dirty? The car doors make the best peel boards almost. It's not as perfect as a super clean peel board, but you can have a very dirty looking door and have a very clean looking tint job, because dirt's not magic. Dirt isn't just gonna pop through the film. It's gonna leach in from the edges. So it depends on how you spray it. As long as you wipe off your window, peel it nicely, and when you spray it, all you have to really do is be very conscious about soaking the top. So if I soak this, dirt's gonna leach down over the edge. But if I spray it, and you can look really close, water's actually just gonna hang out above it. And so it's not just gonna like, if I have to scrape the tint against it or rush a river of dirt into my tint to make it dirty. Other than that, we're completely fine. I actually, for years and years and years, no peel boards. Like that wasn't, it was just everything was off the car. 100% all the time off the car. This is before Facebook groups, common discussions and techniques and all that kind of stuff. You're just like tinting right off of the car. You can tint in very surprising places and put out really good jobs. You kind of know where the dirt is coming from. Most of it is just, like I would be in a glass shop, they'd be using air guns. And as long as we had some communication of like, hey, I'm gonna peel this, please don't use an air gun for the next minute. Like as long as I peeled it, got it on the car, we're good. This one's nice too, I like this. F250, looking good. slippery, but looking good. I'm gonna take a heat gun and warm this up. I wasn't the most careful I could be when I was filling that up. So if anything, we're on the slick side. 5%. What's your current slip solution? I use Tint Slip, and I'm about 1 ounce per gallon. But it depends on the glass. If you spray the glass and the water just beads off the glass, then you need to address the glass. But it doesn't hurt to use a little bit more.
Yeah, when I did the driver door, it was very slippery. I had to heat it a little bit on the outside to get it to tack up.
Yeah. So I added 3 ounces of soap, and I didn't quite have 3 gallons of water in there. I just got impatient. So we're running a little slick right now. There are four other people working here now. I'm sorry, I can't count. 3. Oh wait, no, sorry, 4. Daniel's here a couple days a week now. Is Johnson baby shampoo okay too? Yeah. Baby shampoo is the safest soap that you can just go buy. It's not made for tint. So it just depends on the glue of the film that you're using. I was using that for years and then switched to Avery, and their NR has a very sticky adhesive. And it didn't matter how much baby shampoo I added, it was just too sticky. And so GeoShield is kind of the same, like as far as the glue just being really aggressive.
The top edge for this one's perfect. if it's perfect.
What?
I don't know if you want to look at it really quick, but
I will.
It looks like a perfect game.
Yeah, and then we can get the back window cut out on this.
Yep.
Do you file the top? No. Basically never. Almost never. Let's wipe this off. Throw it away. How many vehicles can you do a day? Well, now that we got a team, I don't know. How many can we do in a day?
How many cars could we do in a day?
Yeah.
It depends on how picky we are.
15. Let's go. We can do at least 10.
I feel like if we were doing most of the
Well, at least
quality
2
that I was
tinners.
used to, we could probably do like 10. If we did like,
Yeah.
like the quality standard of yesterday, probably like a few.
We'll do at least 1. I came to your tint class in November, and your brother and Mark were great. Your class launched my skills. Oh, hell yeah. Launched my skills and business to a different level. Thank you. Okay, so that was the one I wasn't here for. Dude, I'm really, really happy to hear that. Super happy that the class helped for you. The most I've done is 6 all Fords alone. Nice. That's a busy day by yourself for sure. I'd say I'm in that range. I've done some crazy days, but they were also pretty long too. Where it's just like you're in that mood. They keep pulling cars in. Some people stay late. I would be typically like an hour 20 for like everything without a windshield. And then in like just under an hour if I really, really was just pushing things. That was all hand cutting at other places that weren't set up for tint. We still have like there was a crazy day over at the auto glass place that I streamed for. At least 5 cars were done on stream, I think. Not everything was full. I think there was a set of doors in there. I don't know. It was a busy day though. My BRZ is at a tint shop now, 20 sides and back, 50 windshield. Nice, that's gonna look awesome. 20 and 50 are our most common. I like 50 on the windshield. I like the darkness of 35. But as you get a little older, 50. It's not that you can't see through it. It's just between possibly getting hassled. I just don't want to feel like I will. What plotter software do you use? Well, we're using Core right now. Wow. See that right now? See how nice that is? It is not like that on every car.
Right, but
But when it's like that, I will give it all the praise in the world.
Like, you know, once they've like adjusted them over and over in the software, like they're pretty much perfect. That's
yeah.
When, you know, like Tintech for an F-150 is like perfect. I wouldn't use it, you know, for every car, but for like this one, I think like, yeah, why not?
But there were those cars that you know as well as I do. They couldn't update them to save their life.
No, that's
they were in there, and the car would be like 5 years old, 10 years old. And you're like,
Yeah, once they put something in there, they never update it.
So certain companies just put much more effort into patterns and accuracy and going back for revisions. I think that's I can't speak about XPEL because I just don't use their software. When I used it, they were the best patterns I had ever seen up till that point. They were so good. Not everything was perfect all the time, but it was just like, oh my God, software can be awesome. And then they locked it down. I get it. But we needed another company to step up. And there's other patterns. Core, I think, is very close. I mean, with a pattern like this, is unreal. Super nice. If like, I can tint it, or like if I were to go up to this window, I couldn't tell you if it was a plotter cutter or hand cut. It was that good. And that's what I want to see. I like the easy editing on Core. Yeah, and that's like a bonus now. Like you look at every other software and they took UI. It's so nice. They even have light and dark modes. Like, come on. So nice. can second that exact core/DAP experience. The shop it's at uses Autobahn, so it's just going with the Black Series. What? Oh, was thinking about going ceramic. It's not really needed where I'm at. I'll tell you, it's nice anywhere. There we go. Did some smears.
Yep, so I'm just shrinking the bottom a little bit here. And I'll just check for figures at the top. Do you normally shrink this back glass?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah,
Not always.
I like it a little bit. I just feel like I get a much smoother install if I shrink it just a little bit.
Yep. Because there'd generally be like a spot that pops up.
Then I still gotta prep the back glass.
Okay, so let's grab a couple towels.
Did you like the driver window?
Yeah.
Work good?
Driver window is super nice. You basically wouldn't be able to tell. Or like I couldn't. I wouldn't be able to tell you if it was hand cut or it was plotter cut. That's how good that was.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It looked perfect.
I want that all the time.
Well, I don't think we can have it all the time, but I think there are more. I think there are more cars like that.
Yeah.
More of like the common cars that you get all the time. I think they're better in the software because they've just been able to have so much feedback on it. You want me to blade this?
Oh, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know if I left that there from the rear door.
Nope. Do you reverse roll this?
No.
You
I'll just
okay.
carry it in. I've tried a couple times, and it's okay. It's not tall, so it's been fine.
Do you like to pass windows at all, or do you just prefer to just one person grabs it and carries it in?
I just expect everything is solo for me. So that's generally how I do it. I'll just peel it and carry it in and do it.
Okay.
I can catch it though if you want.
Well, it would just, a lot of times over at ATC, it would just be like, okay, you want to grab the back glass and just hand it. Like, not because we had to, but just, to keep
So
me from...
would it be somebody's here, like somebody goes and peels it and then brings it to you?
Grabs it and just, hands it to me, basically.
Are you taking like half and they're taking the other half, or they just hand it to you?
They just hand it to you.
Oh, okay, I get it.
I was just asking if that's like, to you, if that's like a no-no, or if that's...
No,
something
not at
like-
all. That's fine.
Okay.
It ended up being 307 for all windows with windshield versus 497 for ceramic. Yeah, so with ceramics, way more comfortable. It doesn't matter where you live. It helps maintain the temperature in your car. So you turn your car on, you get the air running, and even in the wintertime, you'll feel the sun cut through your windows. So you still get your car nice and toasty, and it'll be cold outside, and that's nice. But if you're sitting in traffic and stuff, like you can still have the sun just beating on you. When you're used to, yeah, when you're used to ceramic, it's just nice to not feel that anymore. But I can totally respect the budget difference. Just going with a nice film, good install. Like it doesn't necessarily matter if it's ceramic or not. You can get a good film with so many different companies.
Need a trash can on this side.
And then you can use the extra 200 towards the cat back. I hear ya.
Need a trash can like right here.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we should have them at a couple spots. Might go pick up a couple today.
So I just want to get my whole bottom on there first. Yeah, thank you. Same thing here. Slide it down so I'm below the headliner. And slide it up. Uh-oh, this is definitely the worst pattern of the bunch.
Is it too big?
It's too. Oh, it's just barely big enough. I'm like just covered over here.
Hopefully, if it
is covered. It's covered. Like it's good. It's just definitely the worst pattern.
Let me get you this guy.
Ooh, the paint clean.
Yeah. And you can lightly squeegee it and make sure it doesn't move, right? And then you can go back and put a lot of pressure.
I like that. So everything is covered. There's no gap. But it's definitely not as good as the other patterns.
Uh-oh. Is there something there?
Yeah, I got a little speck in there. I might need to recut it.
What do we got?
That right there.
Oh. It's within margin. You're always going to find something, but like if you find like a bunch of them or a couple big ones, it just depends.
Yeah, I don't see anything else yet.
All right, yeah, we'll just check it over. Squeegee it out, and we'll see. My last shop cost us a lot of income by not selling ceramic and telling customers it was useless. Wow, that's a mistake.
Wait, who said ceramic was useless? His shop?
My last shop. So I think somebody was tinting for a different shop. This gets really frustrating. There's certain sales guys that will not talk to a customer and listen to what they have to say. They will try and tell the customer what they think the customer should have. And it's no, you want to ask them questions and see what their needs are. And you can recommend a good solution, but to just say that it's useless is like, I don't know. There's people that'll sell out of their own pocket that way. And it's really, I've ran into a lot of sales guys like that. It's really frustrating. It's the best salespeople would be people that literally knew nothing about the products. They're just like nice people, and they kind of follow like your guidelines, and then they'll outsell people that have been at a sales counter for years because those sales guys get old and grumpy, and they think they know absolutely everything. Is 20% front windshield and 35 is 20% front and 35% windshield a good combo? That's a really nice combo. 20 is nice. You get that like factory privacy glass look, and 35 is nice on a windshield. I wouldn't go darker than 35.
If you look at this one little spot right here, I have this one little sliver of light.
Of light?
Yeah, it's just I couldn't quite see it until I got up like that. Right here.
Oh. Yeah, I don't like that.
Okay,
I don't know if this is 100% the... This almost looks like it's for a different back window, too, the way this comes up, and like it
That's
works.
What I was saying, it's the worst cutout. It would be good if it was just like a smidge bigger.
I could have it wrong. Not a lot changes. Like, the doors were great, but I could definitely have this wrong. 824.
We could make it just a smidge bigger.
Yep. So Because I have a 24 f250 Super Duty crew cab, and that is the backlash that I had. And it's been cut out a shitload of times too. But this could be slightly different from like a different model. So let me just go to search. 25. I know 24, but it's 825 or 20. It's 824. So f250 Super Duty, and they just have like a bunch of 23 to 25 regular cab. Does that mean? Let me just click on this and open it up. Yeah, regular cab's not going to be it. So it's not this one for sure. Super Duty regular cab. And then let's go back and just search 24. Crew cab, all trims. So they have regular cab, super cab. What's this super cab? Oh yeah, that's a shorter one. It's most likely this one. But there just might be a little variant on a back window, so we're gonna fix this. And by fix it, I mean we're gonna make it slightly bigger. And outline. We'll click on this. We'll add just a small outline. And then click apply. And now it's bigger. And now we're gonna cut this out. Make sure our rollers are good. And hopefully we'll be great.
Did you find a different one in there, or
No.
you just made it a little bit bigger?
I just made it a little bit bigger.
Should be good.
I mean, they have different trims that I could fish through and see. I don't know exactly what this is, but this is basically like, I don't know. This is a ridiculous truck. Just make it bigger.
Right.
Do you ever plot the full windshields? I still don't like to. We've tried with something. Hang on. I can't think what I'm cutting. With windshield strips. And windshield strips, to me, if they're super telling. If you can't get a windshield strip quite right, and you like comb through all the options and like you try a few different ones, like those have been kind of hit or miss. Some of them work, and there are a few times that just like the cutout didn't line up. Factory window, like it just didn't work out. Oh, we didn't tweak the plotter settings yet.
Well, it looks like it cut better for you than for me.
I forgot about
to-
that.
I had
I
to
wanted
trim-
to tweak it with every cut that we made to make it.
more off of it.
I wanted to tweak it for every cut that we made to make it a little bit better. Yeah, sprayer. Strips are fine, but every time I've tried, it's been too small. Yep. I've had that same experience. And they look like they'll line up, and you put them on the inside, and they just don't. So, hand cutting a windshield to me isn't super time consuming. Same thing with the back window. It's just, it depends on what back window. So like this one, for example, just the annoying part is just hopping in and out of the truck. That's it. When you clean that back window, just get it ready. Clean it, squeegee it with a pink clean instead.
Okay.
What supreme nanocarbon is there a difference between a tint and supreme nanocarbon? What? Can you retype that? Are you wiping on the towel? I do my fingers, just wipe off the edge of it. Just like.
Is that like definitively better?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
To me, I feel like a towel picks up lint no matter what.
Oh, I see. I just figured I was just wiping grit off my squeegee.
Okay. Here, let me see. And let me hop up here too.
Okay.
I'll just show you how we'll do this. So I'll wipe just like. And what I don't like is when I see a squeegee starting to leave these little streaks behind. So I would even swap this out for a different paint clean or refinish the edge at that point. Because to me, it's not full of dirt, but there could be a little random dirt speck in there.
Okay.
I'm just like somewhat obsessive about that kind of stuff. Okay, you can still carry this one in.
Oh, okay.
You're good. I gotta let people do some stuff.
Right. So should I swap that that squeegee and that pink clean out then?
Well,
Just grab a couple new ones.
no, the funny thing is that handle, you can't replace the squeegee blades. You throw it out.
One of the special custom ones.
Yup.
I'll just grab a couple pink cleans from the shelves. I like that technique. That's good.
There we go. Down. I don't know how much bigger this is, but it's definitely bigger. I didn't want to oversize it.
Definitely fits better.
Yay, that's good.
Over here. Over there.
Yep. Yeah, I feel like the style is cut out. It's just like, it's not for this back window.
It's like a best fit cutout.
Mm-hmm. So it absolutely could have changed. But this is definitely working, so.
You gonna just hand me that sprayer?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've heard most people say once you go ceramic, you never go back. Buy once, cry once. Yes. And yeah, exactly that. When somebody gets ceramic, they generally like always get it. And it's tough to explain just quite the feeling that you get from it. But when you drive in a car that doesn't have it, you like almost notice immediately. There's so many times that you're driving and you're sitting in traffic and the sun is just like cutting through your windows. So even though you have your air conditioning on, or even in the middle of winter, you can feel the sun cutting through the windows, beating on your skin. And with ceramic, you just don't feel that anymore.
It's like magic.
But especially in the summertime, to me, the sun is cutting through your glass, and it's heating up your skin, and then you're blowing cold air on yourself to try and make everything cooler, and it almost gives me a headache because it's like you're heating yourself up and cooling yourself down at the exact same time. So if you can just take away the sun, then you don't even have to run your air quite as much. It's really nice.
Just take away the sun.
Cuts down on UV. Yeah, the IR. 13 years ago, I learned how to tint from your YouTube channel. Sweet. Appreciate it. Carbon is usually 40 to 50%. Ceramic is usually 90 or more. Mm-hmm.
This turned out really good.
Good. Much better this time?
Yep.
Sweet. Well worth the extra time on it.
How much do they sell these for?
With the handle?
Where you can't take the squeegee out of it.
They're like, I'll double check. I'm not sure. So their handles, like the cheapest handle that they sell is like $30, I think. The shorties. And so like this combo with a blade is like 15 or 8. No, I think it's like 18 for like this combo here. Because the squeegee blade by itself is like 14. So they charge a couple more bucks. But what I can't get past still.
I think that's why I never got the paint clean, because it's too expensive.
As a combo, to me, like try and refinish the blade a couple times and then you just throw the whole thing out. Like, no, I want to keep the handle and try and reuse this. Like, then it ends up like this drawer of all used stuff, but I don't throw it away.
Yeah, I noticed there was kind of a mix of new stuff and old stuff. I had like a little bit of a system for that over at ATC, where I just like pretty much like in my box it would be only new tools. Nobody could put old tools back. Yeah. And so it was just kind of like, you know, the tools you're using, keep in your belt, and you know, once you're done, throw it away.
I can't. I should. If you threw it away for me, I wouldn't notice that they were ever thrown out, and then we wouldn't have a bunch of clutter, so it'd be a good thing. I don't know. I look at it and it's like, but I might use it for something still, even though I never do.
All that stuff in that drawer, I don't know. I could definitely pull some stuff out of that drawer and be like, you really want to keep this? And you'd probably be like,
no. It's just thinking about throwing it away, I think. I'm not like, I'm decent at home, but it'll get to the point where things definitely pile up. I think that's what it is for me. I'll keep stuff like in a drawer or whatever, and then I'll clean a bunch of stuff out, and I won't feel bad. But it has to get to like a bad state.
At ATC, I was kind of known for how quick I would throw stuff away.
Would you just take a squeegee out of somebody's hand and throw it away? Like, this is bad.
Sometimes.
Why are you using this?
Yeah.
That's actually great.
Or just like,
I'm not done with the window yet.
Yeah, or just like I would reorganize the shelf and somebody would come back in and like their triangles and stuff would just be thrown away, because I would have been like, they're ruined. Like, you don't like use the new ones. Like, we have new ones. Like, I wouldn't throw them away when I didn't have a replacement, but I would replace people's stuff for them.
That's great. Simple mirror. This will go up too. Oh, I love this. I wish they need to bring this back on every truck right here.
Oh, put in the middle.
Just no center console. Beautiful. Oh, we don't want to drop that. Customer brought their car in for tints and his battery is dead and won't stay on. Is that my fault? Ooh, no. No, but you're in a tough situation because they might blame you for that. That one I would just try and say, hey, your battery was on its way out anyways. I don't even do this, but the way to avoid that would be to always have a battery maintainer on. We get so used to leaving the car on for 30, 40 minutes, an hour, and that's honestly not ideal. Oh, for a Porsche, $2,900? Woo!
That's rough.
I think you're gonna get stuck with that one, my guy. Customers are gonna fight you tooth and nail on that. When you're talking about stuff like that, I mean, you just get into weird situations. Like, I had a situation where I jump started a Porsche, and because I used 40 amps or all the way, I fried something. The car still started, but it threw a check engine light. They had like a battery before the battery. It kind of sounds like a similar situation. And so, like, we had to get the car fixed. But I had no idea that that was in the way. I just, you throw a jump box on and you just charge it and everything's fine. No. Apparently you can't do that. Name is Shop Detroit Tint Studio in Sterling Heights. Not in Detroit. Not that far away though. Metro Detroit.
It's all Detroit.
Detroit-ish.
If you live outside Michigan, there's no Michigan outside Detroit. There's Metro Detroit, and then there's up north.
And then up north, yeah. Garbage situation, can't do anything about it. Yeah. Man, that's that sucks. Was the car just on, or did you jump it? That's a bad situation. Oh, did you tack it already?
Yeah. Should I move it?
Yeah, a little bit. Raise that side a little higher.
Okay.
I just wanted these to line up.
Okay.
Yep, you're good. It was probably fine, but. Okay. So for this one, we didn't even. Did you do it? Did you wipe the insides off with alcohol?
No.
Ah.
No, this one should be fine.
We should make that into a normal thing, I think.
I can do that on this windshield.
Let's do it on the windshield.
Okay.
And I'll do that all the time where I'm like, shoot, I totally forgot. I think we should make it the process then. For any time we're using like Apex in particular,
Okay.
or just any of them, since it has that tendency.
I'll do that. Personally, I've never had an issue with any of the f250 back glasses, so that's why I didn't really think to do it. But I can do that next time.
I haven't had an issue with most. Have you had an issue with what do we work on, the Mustang? Have
It's
you had
been okay, I guess not Mustang in particular, but it's been mostly like the 2016 Focuses, or like Fusions, like some of that stuff I would have an issue with. Like a lot of the hatches, I would have an issue with sometimes. It's mostly in that 2015 to 2020 range.
Yeah.
Tends not to be as much with the new stuff.
What works?
Name, pricing, phone, email, vehicle, all the
Pricing?
Yeah, the pricing checkbox. Yes. Whether or not pricing was given.
Oh, okay. If pricing was given.
Yep.
Okay.
Just checks the
Okay.
box that says yes.
Okay.
And
That's
it
cool.
doesn't check it if it doesn't, so it doesn't change it. Because I was afraid that it was going to say yes, and then every time it says yes, it was just going to send it again.
Yeah.
But
it just.
if it goes to yes, it just stays at yes.
Okay. Sweet.
But that was.
Because that would be a perfect time to send it with the price, but I see the hang up. Like, it's just not possible yet. But the website could send.
The website?
Oh wait, because it's not updating the pricing fields.
Correct.
Okay, so it doesn't make sense for the website to send item.
Right.
Yep, never mind. I'm getting ahead of myself.
The only time it's going to be weird is for the people with the Tesla, like, or anything with the custom code.
Yeah.
It's just not going to be great for custom codes until we have a multi-line.
Okay. Coming soon. But that's sick though. How much for my Mustang? Don't answer his question, answers. We're nice here. I would have missed that one totally. On an 06 Mustang, all these. What do you want to do? Do you want to do everything with the windshield? Where'd you get your flooring? This is race deck. The cheaper version of Swiss Tracks. I don't know if I think Swiss Tracks like in this set is a little bit thicker. How do you like the race deck?
The race
The
deck?
floor.
Oh, it's nice. It's really nice. I wish we had something like that at ATC.
You guys have nice epoxy floors and drains.
Yeah, but it's just so much work, like keeping it clean.
Yeah.
Like specifically in like fall or winter.
So it would totally be a choice if you guys put that in the bay, and then you could put it only in that bay, and then you just have to remove it every once in a while to do that.
I mean, I would be in favor, but I know that nobody else would be.
Yeah.
As soon as I said, you know, hey, let's try this, there would be a million reasons why we couldn't do it.
Try and let it cool down first before carting.
Okay.
We're doing some experiments. Isn't it weird you don't have to try and like rush to the next car? Like it's just like, oh, come on, and then like 3 more cars, like you look up and there's 2 more cars up on the board and you're like, ah, shit.
Yeah. Well, at ATC they'd be treating me like I'm ripping them off right now.
I think
I watch. Some of them are probably watching the stream, and now they're gonna know I said that. They're like, clip it.
that's the same at my first shop, adverse to change. Yep. New hat guy.
That's me, new hat guy?
Yes, you are a new hat guy.
New hat guy. You need to get Detroit Tint Studio hats.
Oh, we could do that for sure.
If you got Detroit Tint Studio hats, I would wear it.
Okay. Yes, that is Daniel. He is my younger brother. Is there a difference to doing the tint outside versus inside? All tint will go on the inside.
Or does he mean like indoors versus outdoors?
Oh, or do you mean, yeah, do you mean like literally tinting outside? This is a really common point to get asked if we're tinting the outside of the windshield.
Yeah, why are you guys putting that on the outside?
What's up from No Squid Tint? Been following for almost 10 years. Damn. Has it been that long? What is time? You know, I get asked questions like that though sometimes, and I'll go into like a full-on ramble about that, and they're like, "No, I actually meant this."
Yeah,
And they're like, "Ah,
that happens.
come on, context here." I assume too much. On YouTube, mainly. You inspired me in the early years. You know what? I gotta check YouTube. These are all TikTok comments coming in.
Oh, really? You haven't been checking the YouTube comments at
Well,
all?
the YouTube ones are
I
more
thought it was-
reliable and supposed to be up there. But these are all light. I can't change the color. It's red versus light pink. Or versus dark pink. Like, come on. Let me change TikTok to like a different color and then I would know. See, this is the streaming view that I've had for a long time. And I like this better. And I was trying to create this view in that other software and it just wouldn't let me.
Oh, yeah, that's not bad.
See, you get a nice window preview.
Yeah,
you can
I
see
like
that.
that.
And then you have settings beneath it that I can make smaller.
Much better than having the whole chat take up the whole board.
Yeah, I like the chat. But you're then guessing what your camera view is the whole time. And that's one reason I also like multiple screens, is because I can't check what I'm seeing all the time. But if I have a TV nearby, then I'll do something, and as I'm doing it, I'll look over to the TV and see how the view is and make adjustments at the same time. You'll get used to it.
Right.
Tinting's the easy part. It's everything else. And while I'm talking to you, I got chat in my ear too.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But honestly, I've gotten so used to the chat being here. It's really nice because it's a little notification for me, and when it takes away the reading. I don't have to read it quite as much. Okay, YouTube, let's make sure. You're not connected. What's wrong? Oh, come on. See, this button right here should be working. And token, YouTube token. Oh God, I don't know if it's going to connect now. I'm sorry, YouTube. Like this should be working, but it's not. So then what do? Like, how do I combine them? It's frustrating. It's frustrating. They should all be in one chat, but it's not. Here's what I'll do. I'm going to close this. I'm going to quit. And we're going to cross our fingers that when we bring it back, it will be both. I think I fixed my crashing issue. I was kind of surprised. It used to be whenever I full screen or my headphones disconnect, it would crash the entire stream. But I think that's fixed now. So once this loads, so in the meantime, we'll watch the rest of this getting shrunk.
Oh yeah, just about on the shrunk. I just saw some of this in the center.
Yeah.
Should be
Some
good
lazy
now.
tinter left it behind.
Who did that? Should be good. Should be good now.
All right. Yep, go ahead and trim it out. I want to see the inside. I still got to prep the inside of this. Do they put a big foam strip on this one? No, they don't. Nice. Lots of space. Lots of space all the way around. That's good. We'll get out of the way. Okay, so TikTok connects. And we push this button. And I might just have to re-log into YouTube. Here.
Did you have a stream issue?
wear this for a minute. Yeah, we're still streaming. It's just. Go ahead and put that on. Let you take over. I will try and solve this quickly.
More technical issues.
Always technical issues.
All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and follow the tape line to go ahead and cut my windshield here.
It says connection successful.
It's very slow. I'm gonna take my time.
Are you doing Irish soap today?
All across the top here.
You can't. I'll let you answer that
This
one.
is Irish Spring on here. What did you think? Did you notice any difference with the Irish Spring? If I had told you, or if I had you guess what that was, would you have been able to guess if that was dryer sheet or Irish
No.
Spring?
Just the grittiness underneath, it's not there with the Irish Spring. That would be the only thing. I haven't been able to really tell a difference between them. It's been perfectly fine so far.
Next time I'm just gonna ask you which one it is, and see if you can tell me.
So maybe YouTube's gonna connect, but for the time being, it is not. And so we're all relying on TikToks.
I'm gonna keep following. My
You guys are gonna
line
take a
down
full
here on
work
the
day to get this
side.
done. That's what we do best.
Just like that.
I don't know. Maybe it'll work tomorrow. It's not
what I
working
said.
today though.
What more technical difficulties?
No,
Follow my line along the bottom here.
YouTube
Oops. Keep slipping off the tape.
disconnect.
Just like that.
I'll try it again and just see.
There's my bottom.
We'll open it in Safari.
Same thing on this side. I'm going to go ahead and snap my blade here.
Here comes the blade snap.
I'm going to follow my tape line on this side. All
Try
across
and
the
turn the
top.
camera a little to your right.
That better?
There you go.
All
You did
across
that
the
like
top
14
here.
cuts ago. Not if he goes through it, but we're also cutting on glass aid.
I'm going to follow this line here. Connect the dots with my other cut. Rip that off. And then my bottom here.
Doesn't the blade scratch the glass? It can. It absolutely can. But look at what he's cutting on.
We're not cutting on glass, we're cutting on cut tape.
What?
But we are gonna cut on glass for the mirror tab. Uh-oh.
Shut up. No, it's fine. You use stainless.
More pressure here.
And you be careful. And if you are those things, most of the time you're not going to have an issue. But too much pressure, blade dulls out, glass is soft. Scratches can happen a number of different ways. Yeah, I don't know what it is. YouTube not connecting.
Wait, so the whole YouTube stream is down?
No, the chat.
Oh, the chat's down?
Yep. So YouTube's there. They're watching.
So I'm gonna peel off my cut tape here.
I can't see the chat right now. I don't know I don't know how to fix that. I deleted, I reconnected. So I'm gonna try and pop up a different chat window and have it there. Maybe, I don't know. Go to TikTok.
Go to TikTok.
Do you want your comments heard right now? Go to TikTok. I'm sorry. If you still have it installed on your phone.
Wait, did they say something about I made too many cuts before I snapped my blade? Is that what they said? Well, I was cutting on tape. How many times do you think you need to snap your blade if you're cutting on tape?
You don't. That's one of the points. You're gonna scratch the shit out of the glass. Except
we weren't cutting on glass.
we're not cutting on glass.
Okay, so I've already snapped my blade, and now when I go ahead and cut this tab, here's how I cut on open glass. I'm just gonna have my blade very, I'm gonna give myself a blade and have it very flat on the glass.
We can't
And
see
just
it.
follow, uh-oh. Can't see it, there. And just follow very, very carefully along. And then we're gonna meet the other side, connect the dots just like that. There's our tab. So now I'm gonna go ahead and shrink the edges to make sure I have no fingers. Now that we've peeled the cut tape off.
He just cut the glass. Damn it!
This is sort of just kind of like double checking everything. I do this mostly at the bottom because you don't really want to get fingers at the bottom at all. I mean, you don't want to get fingers at the top either, but those are a lot easier to deal with than the ones at the bottom, so I really try to check my bottom well. All across the bottom like that. Then same thing up top. Gotta be careful of my edge here because I don't want to singe around the mirror tab at all. I don't want it to lift up or burn.
This is that Moto Shield Nano Ceramic 70%. Oh my God, how'd you know?
Oh, what was
No,
that?
it's GeoShield Apex 50. What's the brand of the hose housings you have mounted on the wall? Those are Cox hose reels.
Oh no, I can't see myself anymore.
There you go.
Oh, there I am. Okay, so same thing on this side. I'm just double checking all my fingers and edges.
We almost need another TV up here for when it doesn't work, and then you get YouTube, or you get like your dedicated TV for your personal view. It should all be off of this.
Well,
but
having that view is super helpful. That makes it way easier for me.
Yeah.
Than having it, because I can't like doing this. Like I can't even see.
Yeah. So when I want you to look at the TV and see.
Yeah.
Now you're getting it.
Checking all my fingers here.
Need 4 more TVs. I agree.
Then same thing at the top. I'm gonna go ahead and switch hands. Press all my fingers up. Got a little bit too much air in here, so I'm gonna redirect some of this up.
What settings on your heat gun?
The hottest one.
Yes.
Unless you've got one of those, like the $100 heat guns, then you don't really need the hottest setting. You probably need like 1600 degrees or something like that. Or I don't really know. I don't really know all this. I can't remember.
I still put them as hot as they'll get.
Well, I had one I know that went up to like 2000 or something like that, and 2000 was like it would melt the tent.
Oh, you're just not used to a torch.
Well, it was definitely a little bit more than what was needed. I think you need like 1600 to 1800.
I should show you the Steinel ones that we have.
There we go. All good.
Have you used this 750? I don't know the model numbers, so maybe. At one point when the current models came out, I bought the most expensive one, and they had some issue with them. And it only worked for me for like a month, and then something on it would break. So then I just ended up going back to the cheap ones. And I have a couple Steinel ones, but I mostly use just the budget ones because they're really good for the money. And they typically, like, heat guns will typically burn out eventually anyways. So I just need a heat gun to blow some air and get really hot. And most of the other ones seem like they just have additional features. They don't really get much hotter. Okay, so what we're doing now is we're blading this off. I can sit in the middle.
Look at that.
That's so nice.
Full range of space.
Every car should be like this. Do you still do flat glass classes? Yeah, we'll set up flat glass classes again.
Flat glass class. That's a mouthful.
100%. I think we just have to do an adjustment to them. I don't know if we're just not going to offer like the same kind of tool set or whatnot, but we gave away a lot of stuff, and so we had to change the price, and we didn't have any signups for like the last few that we scheduled. So we're like the first one we had a full book. So those little differences honestly can just change a lot. So I like everybody to be on the same page, which is why I like to do like really cool, nice tool sets. I'll get a towel. And a pink clean.
And a pink clean. There we go.
Okay. Oh yeah, we need a couple squeegees, don't we?
Yeah, the pink clean's a good idea. I've never really used it.
I had a good idea.
Yep.
Sick. So the pink clean is just a really soft squeegee. It molds to the glass easier, and I'll use it to not only squeegee it off, which you can still use the hybrid blade for that. You can use like any blade for cleaning. It's just a soft blade is a little better for certain situations.
Is it called the pink clean because it's designed for cleaning?
I think so. I think that was the idea. I always looked at squeegees like one squeegee for everything, and that's still what I tend to do. I like the hybrid because I use it for everything. I misplace stuff so quickly that it was really hard to train myself to like hold on to two squeegees and then use both of them.
Yeah, well, you don't have a good system of organization.
What?
I noticed that.
It's
not a lot of organization in those cabinets over there.
Not much at all. Orange Crush is all in one. Orange Crush is good. I got a little annoyed at how they wear out. So the hybrid for me is like that all in one. But if you use two, either the Clear Crush or the Pink Clean are great. And the Pink Clean or the Clear Crush I like for one extra reason. So when we get to installation, I'll talk about that a little bit more. I should have a side swipe in here too. Or the fancy new.
You want me to grab you one?
Oh yeah. Oh my God, you can do that?
I can do that. And I can try to aim the camera in your vicinity at the same time.
See, I had you organized. Now you know where stuff is.
Yep. I did put some things in a place where I would remember. Not everything.
That worked out better than I thought.
It's a work in progress. I think a supply shelf over in the left corner over here would be a good idea, just for like glass cleaner.
Oh,
and,
okay.
like scrub pads if you don't want to get something too big.
Yeah, over on both sides. I really would like the problem is I'll pick something up and I'll put it back over there, or I'll take it, I'll throw it over there.
Yeah.
But there needs to be like almost a inventory done at the end of the day where it's just like, no, this is how this one should be set up. This is how this other one should be set up. Okay. So now we are going to roll. You're in my way.
Sorry. I'll switch sides.
You can actually stay on this side for a little bit so they can see this part better.
Okay.
And then for carrying it in.
You'll have me get it on the other side?
Yeah. Okay, so we're going to roll this one up. Like always, same process. And so I'm going to stop a little shy. I don't know, F-150s are really wide. So I don't know where the best spot to stop is. But the middle portion is going to stop a little shy of this because I just want to try and prevent extra water from running into my window. And then we'll just wipe that off. Step down. Go to the other side. What cell phone do you use? It's just an iPhone 14. We have it stream to this setup over here. Sure. Spray that down. Pick this up. I'll cross over all the way in the bottom and again still leave it a little shy at the top. And we're rolling this up. I try and keep these as tight as possible, always, especially at the bottom. And we can continue to roll this up. Why wipe it down with the towel? Won't that cause contaminants? Where are the contaminants coming from?
I did sort of wonder why you wiped it as opposed to squeegeeing.
Squeegee would be a little better. The towel will help scrub the edges a little bit. And that's the main thing that I care about is like, but you could
Just get in the stuff right above it.
You could like scrub the soap loose and then squeegee it. But when I wipe it off, I'm more focusing on the very, very edges. And so the like dried soap and buildup, I'd rather take like I think something just to kind of like scrub it. So a towel to me kind of does both.
Yeah. You want me to get it on the other side here?
Yes.
The old towel squeegee method.
Old towel squeegee. All right. So we need to get this side up first. And we got to be careful of this headliner. So are you ever going to come up with a technique called the lumpia roll? I like it. We should call it the lumpia.
The lumpia?
Yeah, nobody's going to know except Filipino. It's like a spring roll.
Oh.
But there's a Filipino version called lumpia. Now you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I would not have known that.
Yeah, every time I say lumpia roll, only a handful of people will be like, ah! I like that though. Now we're hungry.
I am hungry. I didn't bring any food. I'll have to eat some of my protein Cheez-Its.
This is going good. My roll was a little bit wide at the bottom when I first started, so it's kind of like smushed enough. It wasn't causing a problem, just was a little smushed. We made it. We made it work. Come on, just slide, please. And so this one I ended up using both too. I used a towel and I shoved a rope down there. I didn't really have a ton of space for it, but the towel was becoming annoying to try and tuck. So I just wedged a rope in there too. But what the corners are doing right now is what I hate the most. We're revisiting our entire lineup and stuff right now. So we're doing some sale prices right now. But everything with a windshield right now, $550. Oh, I didn't even explain the pink clean really. So for this squeegee, it's not pushing a ton of water out, but what it is doing is getting a lot of the air out, and it's doing that without putting much pressure. So it's not gonna cause my film to really slide out of place. So some people have some issues with just getting some of these bubbles out because they press too hard with a harder squeegee, and then they'll start here and then come back here and then go over here, and everything's just messy. You want to try and keep everything going out together, but if you miss a little air pocket or something, it's not a big deal. You still got a ton of water in here. So you fan out the film, and then you can use a harder squeegee, wherever that might be.
You could use mine.
I got it.
You got the fusion there.
And so when you press harder, you see the rest of that water coming out. There's always going to be some. So it's still got to dry, but it's tacked up, evenly distributed. Ready to go. I like the pink clean. Gonna buy one. They're nice.
Just expensive.
Well, they're all like $15 now.
I mean,
Or not quite. They're like 14, I think.
The Detroit Tint Studio squeegee, I think, was only $8.
Yeah. I'd say that one's not as good though. I like the hybrid way better, but the hybrid's like $20.
Dang, that's the one. Isn't that the one you make?
What?
The Detroit Tint Studio one?
Yeah.
I like it because, oh yeah, you said you didn't like it because it was too hard.
Yeah, this run turned out way too hard.
That's actually the reason that I like
I
it.
like that one.
Because I like a more firm squeegee. It's like it's a little bit.
Yep. Hang on. I was gonna get it. Pull back on this and scoop
That's what
this in.
yeah, that's what I'm always nervous about with the rope.
Yep. There we go. Yeah, I left that on purpose just so I could have that.
Just
like,
so you could teach a good lesson about it.
No, so I could actually just focus on it instead of trying to juggle it, because I knew it was just gonna stay slippery.
I made that mistake on purpose just so I could prove a point.
No, yeah, I do it every time.
That's what I would say.
The ropes always pinch really tight in the corners.
Yeah. They
So
do.
it just depends on the windshield that you're working on. So you combine that with a towel, And on this, we got enough room. If this was like an Audi windshield, I would probably leave a rope in there, towel up to it, and then right when I go to tint it, I'll pull both of them out because you just don't have the space.
Yeah, I've done that many times.
How fast can you learn how to tint? That is 100% up to you.
You could take a class to learn extra quick.
Classes accelerate you a bunch. That's true. It just it depends on how you take to it and how determined you are at learning. Like, some people, when they learn stuff, they just, like, eat, sleep, and breathe that thing. So when I'm trying to do something, I tend to, like, become a little obsessive, and I'll watch a ton of videos and try different things, and I'll just spend a bunch of time on it. Hang on, I'll get a little misty for a sec. There we go.
Right on the camera.
Yay. Have you ever had any electrical issues? Oh, yeah, for sure. That's one reason we cover them so thoroughly. Otherwise, everything would just look soppy wet. Yeah, I've learned some expensive lessons. Not a lot of them, thankfully, but between the Facebook group and seeing things other people go through and going through a few myself, oh yeah. Be really thorough about protecting the dash because you just never know. These aren't made to get soaked down on the inside. The vehicles are somewhat water resistant, but all it takes is a little water stream running down a wire going straight into a module, and then it shorts something out. Not fun. And then those things, because they're behind the dash, are always hard to get to. So you just, it'll dry maybe, send it to a dealership and have them replace it. Like, that's what you hope doesn't happen. But it's a wet process. You can't do it any other way. And it works out often enough. Is that a finger in the middle or reflection? I
don't see any fingers.
don't see a finger, thankfully, so hopefully it's just a reflection.
It was a flawless shrinking job.
Flawless. Thank you. You did a good job. Gah!
What?
Oh, I just scattershot drips all over my window. Just on that last one.
Of course.
Trying to be all careful here. Is that it? Is that the whole thing?
Yeah, do you want this back while I wipe it down?
Yeah. I'll take the
thingy thing?
the thingy thing. Good stuff. He got a helper. I do.
Do you usually put the oil change sticker on the mirror, or where do you put it?
Yeah, I'll just throw it back on the mirror.
Okay.
Just somewhere that's not the windshield. Yeah, so this is, for those of you that are new here, this is my brother Daniel. He is going to be here a few days a week.
Going on.
Ah, I see a little something there now. That can be squeegeed out really easily.
Is there,
Is
there a safe way to pull
yeah,
this out right now?
I would set something down there, so
Yeah,
if it looks like it's going to pull, I'll put something in the way to make sure it doesn't.
Yeah, I was a little bit scared to tug on that.
Are you supposed to spray the window and then use the microfiber? Both work, honestly. I mean, I guess it shouldn't really matter on overspray, but I tend to not want to overspray the whole thing, even though I just did with soapy water. But I'll keep one wet side, one dry side, so if I spray one side enough, it's totally fine. All right, let me grab, let's see what we got in the drawer. This guy I had in here. This can be helpful.
Little foot. Is that what that is?
Think so? Little foot, big foot. It's some foot. I think I wedged this in a way that is not good. It's probably hooked right now, which is not great. Oh, I heard something.
It's exactly what I'm scared of when I don't take the rope out first. It's exactly what I'm scared of.
Cause what I did was I really crammed it down there, so I think it hooked on the corner.
Yeah, on the corner of the.
I've had one before
panel.
where it was stuck to the point where I pulled the rope and the rope broke. It was an older one. Hey, I'm gonna make sure on that side too. Or is it coming out? Ooh.
It's stuck on something, but I'm not just yanking it up.
There we go.
Yeah, that one I was able to yank out to the side, so I wasn't so worried.
It's a very spongy rope. I like that thickness to it. So this one.
This actually doesn't even get hardly wet at all.
Yeah. So this one gets really, really squishes down a lot. So it's like not like trying to shove a super thick material in there. It's just very soft. Yeah. Okay. Side swipe. Or a bulldozer. Either or. See, I just talked about it and I totally forgot. I forgot to wipe off all the edges with alcohol.
Oh no.
See? I do it. I just default.
Yeah.
I totally forget.
After we talked all about it, I don't think you'll have an issue with this one though.
Yeah, I hope not.
I've never had one with these new F-150s.
I have one job. And I'll do that. I'll talk about it and write up to it. I did it this morning. I was supposed to bring in the rent check. And my wife put it like literally folded, or like my wallet folded around it. And I was like, oh, that was smart. And then I still like set the rent check down and forgot it. Because of course I did.
I do that all the time.
I hate it.
I'll set something by the front door.
Yeah.
Just so I remember it, and then I'll just walk right past it and not even think of it. And I'll be like, wait, didn't I put that there just to specifically remember it?
You'll try and remember and pause and like, nope, I'm good. And then you'll be too far away, and that's when it'll be like, gah!
Is it supposed to send you the image without the pricing right now?
If that workflow is still enabled, yeah.
I haven't figured it out, but I feel like it should send it by now. Oh, it's probably still watching the other videos that are not updated anymore.
Yeah, it'll send it really quick. I actually had to put a sleep trigger on it. The field that it was watching for was like additional notes. Because that's what I was getting. Like, I just took an existing field that we had that we weren't really using. And then I had GPT update that field with a handful of things.
The pricing update isn't gonna work this way.
Pricing update.
Yeah, like watching you turn that checkbox on. Because it's not, the data extraction step doesn't know the response. So like, it just gave me a price. And it's not gonna know I sent the price until the next message I sent.
Oh,
So I need to put that watcher on outbound messages
yeah.
on like the webhook.
Yeah.
That needs to be a different function in a different place.
Oh, jeez.
Which is fine. That's super, it's one function, it's like one tiny function for one thing. That's super easy.
How many tiny functions do we have?
Oh, 68?
What's 69 then? There you go. It's a perfect working program.
Well, we'll be at a 200 by the end of the year.
Yeah. It's gone through so. Oh, the door.
Yeah, sorry, I latched it to stop the dinging.
I lightly closed it. That's a hard one for me to remember. I'll forget that one every time.
I don't have to latch them all the time if you don't want me to.
%? Yes. Yeah, the problem is I'll remember up until the point where I'm closing the door. And then I'll space out for a second and then whap. I've never broken one, but they sure don't sound nice.
Nah, it's not good. It's not gonna break.
It's just like, yes, Mr. Mercedes. We installed our most expensive product. We took care of everything. And then finishing up at the end, everything went great. Bam!
Yep.
Damn it.
That's definitely happened before.
Customer experience out the window.
And I did find the masking tape yesterday. I put it in one of these drawers.
What do you think about US cutters? I haven't used them. I just know, or I know the Workhorse and US cutters can be really similar, or the Titan ones. That's where I get confused. I just don't know enough.
I used a little mini US cutter for craft vinyl at home, and it was really loud and annoying. It beeps, like instead of like the, it's like.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was. I don't know. It worked well enough for what I needed it for, but I swapped it for like a silhouette machine, which is much better.
These ropes we do here though now. So these are our own braided microfiber rope. Daniel with the white Vans. I haven't heard that one in a long time. Looks amazing. Appreciate it. Oh, this is soaked now. That's lovely. How long did it take the tag team work for the truck? Oh, too long. We started at probably 11. So 3 hours. When's the last time by yourself you've taken 3 hours on a vehicle?
What's going on?
I said, when's the last time by yourself you've taken 3 hours on a single vehicle?
Probably never. Or maybe like when I had to do, like a 98 Camaro or something like that. And then all I heard was, I can't believe, you know, you had a car that took you that long, you know, like now we're behind all day.
And now here 2 people are, and it takes the exact same time to do a full
Exactly, right?
F-150.
1 car a day.
That's right. Like, just one? What? It's all right. We're playing around with stuff. We'll get faster. One of these days, we'll get faster. I forget, this is actually not factory tint in the back anymore. This is 100% aftermarket now. Looks good. So we did 50 on the front windshield, 5 on all the sides and the rear. This just had clear back windows. Looks good. All right. We're going to sign off for today. We'll be back. Got something tomorrow, so I might be streaming that tomorrow. Bye.